Testing. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm not very comfortable. 1, 2, 3. Squeaky chair. Hello. Hello. Hello guys. I've just been doing a quick camera test and microphone test this morning. I'm hoping to do some live streams myself. So I thought I'd just do a quick test. I've got an old hard drive motherboard with a little chip on here, and I thought I'll give it a shot. I've got the microscope set up, so, and I'm just learning how to use OBS in a live. Yes, I do need some. I've got this, which is what I've been using, and I've got a little half of a toothpick. I use half a toothpick. Now what used to happen was I had to put some tape on the end of the toothpick, because I kept picking up the wrong end of the toothpick and getting my fingers covered in flux. So, but this stuff's not too bad, because you can add a few drops of alcohol to it, and it softens it up. That's my alcohol bottle. They always tell you, don't help me, I don't need too many people coming in, because I'm a newbie. I'm a first time caller, as they used to say on the radio. So you can add a little bit of flux, you can add a little bit of alcohol, and it softens it up nicely. Did you have to put, you haven't put on Discord. Didn't put on Discord. Right, so I'm going to try and take this chip off, and I'm going to try and see if I can get it put back on. Send me your address on Discord, buddy, if you don't mind. Right, we'll talk about that later. Right, so we'll go to, if I click this, I should go to microscope cam, and I can still see me audio feed coming up there. So I'll move that out of the way. Let's see if I can bring this in. I need some extra light, so I'll bring some extra light into. Oh, that looks alright, doesn't it? The extra light's a bit in the way for. I'll get by. So I'm going to try and take this chip off, and I'm going to see how hard it is. Got to get peeps in and show a little bit Archie has. Let me get YouTube. Right, I need my I've got me nozzle here. I'll put a smaller one on. Put that one there. Right, what's the score? We'll put some flux on. Some lovely Yeah, I need a tool. I mean, this just looks ridiculous, doesn't it? And it's alright when you're doing it at home and nobody's watching, but when you're messing around with stuff like this. Right, I've got this set at 400, I think. Right, 400. I'm getting frustrated because I haven't even got my tweezers ready. And I'm not used to looking through the microscope at the same time. The chip's too big for the tweezers. It's going to desolder itself back on the board. So what I'm having trouble with there is I cannot pick the chip up. Because it's too big for the tweezers. And it's desoldered itself back on the board. A little brush for that stuff, yeah. Right, I think when you're doing big chips, I think I'm probably best off with I've only lost one capacitor has moved. I've seen people using a chip puller, a little chip vacuum, is that right? Perhaps I should get a little chip vacuum. So what do they do next? Put a bit of more flux on. Clean those pads up. Put my soldering iron on to, I'll put on 400. I'll pick 400. I've got a new, this has never been used before. A new soldering iron tip. I'm just going to let that heat up. And I tend to put a little bit of flux. I tend to put a little bit of extra flux on the solder wick. I don't think I'm going to clean them up. I think I'm just going to leave them like that. What's that? So yeah, this is just an old hard drive board that I'm practicing on. That's why I had trouble lifting it up. Look, it's got a big ground plane underneath. I think it's a ground plane, I could be wrong. But alcohol. Clean this up. Now the tricky part, let's get this chip. Where is it? There it is. It's underneath. I don't know which way it came off now. Does anyone remember? It doesn't matter which way I put it back on, but it would be good practice to get it back on. Oh, there's a notch out this side, out this corner. That might give us a clue. Let's have a look. Oop. I've got no idea which way that should go back on. I should probably put a bit more flux on. Pins. that back on there. I think I've bent that pin on the bottom corner trying to pick it off. I'll just ignore it. Just ignore it for the purposes of this video. Right. Let's see if we can get that back on without destroying anything else. So I've got 400, but I think I'll turn it up to 430. Misaligned pins, same side as the big cap. That's slightly off. What we got here then? All I'm doing, it's an old board. It's an old hard drive board that I'm just taking the chip off for practices. So it's just a practice one. I'm testing the microscope camera, and I'm testing how I use OBS. Where's the arrow? This arrow. Right. Like that. I'm going to leave it like that. Steady hands for a newbie to stream and showing me up. Right, we'll leave it like that. I'll put the top back on that alcohol before it evaporates. Right, I've got the hot air station at, my hot air gun at 430. And we'll see. Is that it? Oh yeah, bugger, that's hot. Well, that's it. I've got a bent pin here. These are because these tweezers have knocked it. Let's go. Where is it? Am I on the right chip? Yes, I am. So these haven't sat down properly. So should I put some pressure on like that and then reheat it? Yeah, that's what this is. It's an old HDD board. Right, don't touch that bloody. That's it. Top ones are done. This. I've got a couple of bent pins. That's off me trying to get the. That's off me trying to lift it up, lift the chip off the board. I've got a capacitor here that's gone. See if we can get that back on. The capacitor's back on. Is that? I don't know if that's moved. That's alright, I'm going to leave that there. It's still on its pad. That looks alright. So the only thing I can see, which hot air? It's a quick 857 DW plus. I bought it from, I think it's CPC Farnell in the UK, which costs about, it was about £100. I think it was recommended by Graham from Adamant IT YouTube. He does a lot of PC work. So the only thing I've got going on here is these pins here. So it would be a shame to leave them. Let's see if I can get in. I need to work out I need to work out this cabling. I've got a scalpel. Afternoon. It's a standalone. It's a standalone hot air station. It doesn't have a soldering iron on it. Twisty board man. Yeah, twist. Is that did he take a USB-C port off a Nintendo Switch, I think, and there was a big argument online. Yeah, I think I remember that episode. I'm not sure which pin's on top. I'm not sure which one of these. I don't know which pin is on top of which one. I sound chill. Well, I think what happens is when you're setting up and you're just about to start, you get really nervous. But once you start having to do it, you forget that people are watching. You concentrate on the task. Again, this is a donor board, so it's just for practices, but there's no point. Can I get in there? See if I can separate them two. Close enough? I'm really not looking at the chat, guys. I'm trying to... My spatial awareness of using a microscope, of soldering under a microscope, is way out. I'll do what I did with the last one. I'll take that off. I'm going to put some fresh solder along the bottom row. I'll catch up with the chat, because that's what people do, they catch up with the chat. I haven't seen what he's up to, but I'm just going to say he's doing a fab job. Ah, welcome Hellboy. He's got the actions down as the world's steady hands. Pad might be pulled. More flux. Pad might be pulled in more flux. The pads look okay. More flux. Get embarrassed when I've got to use me little flux paste with me. I do like this bent. I do like this bent soldering iron tip. It saves you having to twist your hand and there we go. One tiny pin slightly out. I better test them. Better test them while you're watching. That one, that's not bridged. That's okay. Is that okay? Do I have your seal of approval? Thanks for popping in, Hellboy. 8th pin looks like it's sitting on a detached pad. Where? 8th pin. This one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That looks okay. That one's loose. Pin 2's loose. Right. Well, I haven't run the soldering iron over these, have I? This is the side I haven't done yet. There's not much solder on pin some of these. I'm going to have to zoom back out again because I cannot see. At least they're straight. I'm going to do that, which looks terrible, and I'm going to solder this roll back off. Yeah, flux. Okay. They all look good. We'll have a zoom in. I think that's just crap. So where am I? Did these ones? Just done them ones. I think that's it, guys. Guys and girls. Boys and girls. Toothbrush. Toothbrush alcohol. one bent pin. Right, how's that, guys? Thank you very much. I'm really pleased someone's turned up. I'm really pleased that you have turned up to watch me, who you don't know, play around with his microscope. I've got a few projects. I've got a Game Boy I would like to fix. A few weeks ago I did a PlayStation X Station mod, which involved lifting the pins up. I did that, but I was using an eye loop. I sold the PlayStation for some profit on eBay, and I thought, well, if I buy myself a proper microscope, I'll be able to do this type of thing a lot easier, a lot quicker. It'll make it more enjoyable. So that's what I've done. Bought a scope, downloaded OBS, made some new friends. So thanks very much for. If you've got any pointers or tips that I could learn from, I'll just leave this on YouTube, and you can leave it in the comments if you don't mind. And I'll see you in your own live streams, and hopefully you'll see me in my next live stream, whatever that may be. So thanks for watching, and I'll say goodbye, and I'll see you a bit later.